Hey YouTube, so this is a video that I'm making regarding Excess Hype and their service and what they could provide to you and if they're legit or not ultimately. I've had my eyes on them for quite some time now. I'd say maybe 2 years I've been receiving their emails about how great their deals were. I was fishy for the longest time. Um, I did some research and I finally figured there is some percentage of people who are actually getting their purchases. I just made a purchase not too long ago, maybe 10 days ago, and my shipment finally came in. I got, I'd say, one of their best deals. If you go on the website right now, it's 90% off of everything, and that's way too unbelievable. However, there are some testimonials I found here and there. Like, I found Reddit, I found YouTube, and I found some Instagram reviews of people genuinely receiving their products. I even Facebook messaged people that I saw on the Facebook page claiming that they received their products. And I did acquire some things that I wish to inform you. If you make a big purchase, chances are they're going to send you multiple packages. And that's because they have two warehouses, one in Kentucky and I don't know where the other one is, but they could send you two shipments. Another thing is that your your tracking number, if they provide you with the tracking number, it's not always guaranteed. They're you some I found that some people received the tracking number and some people didn't. The people who didn't, they still got their packages somehow. People who did get a tracking number, their tracking number didn't even work. Like for some reason, UPS didn't even recognize it as a legitimate tracking number. However, they still got their packages, or they somehow did get a tracking number, and nothing ever was shipped. And so, through the power of PayPal refund, they were able to get their money back. Another tip is if you do plan to make a purchase, make it through PayPal. That way, PayPal can back up your refund and all that. So don't go any other way than PayPal. Um, I also found that people who made massive orders, like spending $100 plus from an order on Excess Hype, didn't receive all their items. They would receive, I'd say, like half of their items, and it's a tragedy, really. So there's that to look out for, so don't make any big purchases. However, I did make a big purchase, and I'm going to see. I knew all of this in hand. I knew that I might not receive everything. We're going to see right now. I made this order 10 days ago, February 17th, made it out February 7th. We're going to see. Was that 90% legit? We're going to see. Um, did I receive all my items? I'm not sure. Um, I'm not really sure. What I do know for a fact is that A, they have a warehouse. B, there are some people getting their stuff. So that means it's a legit warehouse. There's legit merchandise being for sale. However, is the Excess Hype website um, is it legitimately posting everything that they have available in stock? We're not sure. I don't think they update their stock availability all that often. I found that in cases you put things in your cart, you pay for the items, and I've heard of people getting an email saying, "Oh, sorry, but the things you just purchased are out of stock." And that's ridiculous. They'll get their money back, and they don't have to wait up to 5 days to get their money back through Excess Hype, and it's just ridiculous. Like, why did that transaction even go through if the item isn't in stock? I thought it was weird. That being said, the things that are in this bag, that are supposedly in this bag, I went back onto Excess Hype. They saw that 90% sell. I'd say like maybe six of the items that I bought here are no longer on the website. So all that says is that maybe there's a liquidation factor going on. Maybe their Excess Hype is liquidating their final merchandise. Another thing you should be aware of: Excess Hype is an entity that started from a massive accumulation of product from Karmaloop. I'm not sure if many of you are familiar with Karmaloop, but it's also an urban streetwear provider, and through a series of bad investments, filed for bankruptcy under the CEO head of, I forgot his name, but his last name was Selko. So under Mr. Selko, Karmaloop shut down. Karmaloop has a new CEO now. However, Karmaloop shut down and they were into bankruptcy. You'd make orders and they'd just take your money and run with it because they were bankrupt. They didn't have product to provide. Karmaloop was raking in $6 million a year at one point, hence they had a lot of investors. I know that Excess Hype, before it was Excess Hype, was an entity of people. This entity of people had large investments into Karmaloop. Karmaloop could not provide dividend or any kind of compensation for Excess Hype, and what Karmaloop ended up doing was giving a massive amount of stock to Excess Hype in forms of merchandise. So Excess Hype received a massive influx of just streetwear, and ultimately, they were not prepared to be a company themselves. I think Excess Hype was just an entity that had massive amounts of stock into the urban streetwear industry, just to flip it into something down the stock market. And so now that they've received all this kind of merch, I think that they just set up a website as like a front man, as a middleman, to just sell all this produce and get as much money of their initial investment into Karmaloop as much possible back. So I think that's where Excess Hype was born, just to get their money back that they invested into Karmaloop. That's how they got on the merch. That's why they're selling the merch. That's why their customer service isn't the best, because I don't think Excess Hype was meant to be an urban provider. I think it just came upon them, so they didn't excel in customer service, and that's okay. Um, let's see if I got everything. Sorry for the long intro. But it's a big bag. I don't remember how many things I ordered. Here's my list. Huh. Let's see, I ordered everything in a size large. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I ordered 17 items. Big ass shipment, I know, but I was hoping that like maybe I get most of it and then file for a refund for the items I didn't get. I did know that sometimes half orders are placed because genuinely they don't have the product that they advertise on the site. Even though you paid for it, I'll get a refund if I don't manage to get the item here. So, one item, I already know what it is. It's a dope ass T-shirt with men holding guns. Yeah, it's a size large. I did see some reviews where they didn't get the sizes right for some items. Rocksmith tee, also size large. That's 2 items. 3 items. 4 items, and I'm checking off all the sizes and seeing if this is genuinely what I truly wanted. Now this one's kind of sick. That's a Versace logo, but with Chucky embedded. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Ooh, and that's Tommy Hilfiger. Crap, I lost count. But it's a Tommy Hilfiger shirt. I'm really glad I got this one. I'm really glad I got most of my items. I'm already noticing a lot of things went through. I'm glad to see that. I'm seeing that all my sizes are correct. This is a red Altamont shirt. Let me see here if I was right about all my items. Oh, not sure if I showed you guys, but it's the Versace Chucky, but in a sweater form, also in the right size. You know what? All items went through. I'm not sure if I counted right, but you know what? They're all here. They're all listed. In total, I think I spent like 83 bucks on a crazy ton of items, just a fuck ton of fucking clothing. Geez, and for that price, you're not gonna find it anywhere else. Really, oh my god, that's like paying, like after shipping and everything, that's like $4 a t-shirt, and that's amazing. I do believe that they are liquidating in some form. That's why they're not getting any new merchandise. Like if you're on their email list, they haven't been saying, "Oh, new Crooks and Castles, blah blah blah." No, they haven't announced any new kind of inflow of brand at all. So I do believe that by the end of the year, they will be non-existent or nearly non-existent, or I mean, they're just trying to make their money back from the investment they made in Karmaloop, like I said. So the 90% deal, as you saw in my experience, is legit. Heed my warnings. Everything on the site perhaps isn't truly in stock. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I think that's where the root of the problems for most customers stems. They complain because they didn't receive their item. I think that's where the root stems. Um, it's a hit or miss with them. Maybe they're updating their stock more frequently now, but um, we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. Thank you for watching this video. It's February 17th of 2016. If you want to make an order with them, it's all up to you. I mean, inform yourself, educate yourself. I've had a successful transaction. I was not paid, or I'm not representing them in any way. I do hope that they update their stock online more constantly, so that people genuinely receive the merchandise they paid for. It's a great deal. I mean, I think I'm one of like the only success stories I know of in recent days. It's a tragedy. Yeah. So have a wonderful rest of your day. This is just to educate yourself really about what Excess Hype does and their means, and do they deliver? In my case, yes. I hope it happens for you too. That's all I can say. In my tone, you can tell it's uneasy as to whether you should do it or not. I'm saying, let's see if it happens. There's also other cases of people stating that my things took just not too long to get here, I'd say, but I did hear of other testimonials where people said, "Oh, it took a month to get to my location, and I live even closer to the warehouses." And I don't know where that lag time comes from. I can't really say. Maybe you place an order and your things arrive 2 months later. You see, it's so uneasy, unnerving as to whether you should place an order. It's a hit or miss. That's all I can say. Be prepared for that, and have a wonderful rest of your day.